Welcome to the Habits of Health Power Half Hour, where we go through Dr. A's Habits of Health one section at a time so that you can create a powerful knowledge base that will equip you for your journey into optimal health and lifelong well being. My name is Cassondra Reagan, and I am an independent Optavia coach. So, last week we began section 2.4, which has everything to do with Dr. A's healthy eating system without the prepackaged fuelings and focuses on portion control, and low glycemic choices. We address the old way we used to look at food by reminiscing about the USDA food pyramid of the past, which had a foundation of nearly 11 servings of carbohydrates a day. And we ended by overviewing the USDA's modern recommendation of the My Plate system, which, if you remember, is 25% protein, 25% veggies, 25% fruits, and 25% whole grains. This week, we will finish section 2.4 by examining the two foundational principles behind the system: portion control and timing of fuelings. And if this sounds familiar, that's because the foundational principles don't change whether you use the prepackaged fueling system or this whole food system. So let's begin. If you are already at a healthy weight, but you want to use this system to eat healthier, or if you want to get leaner and are in phase one, which is weight loss phase, you'll be preparing 2 meals a day until you've reached your goal. You'll also have 4 more smaller fueling breaks throughout the day using foods from a list that's in part 2.6. That's later on. This customized meal plan provides you with approximately 12 to 1300 calories per day through 2 400-calorie meals, breakfast and dinner, and 4 100-calorie fueling breaks. So here's a breakdown of what this combination of whole foods and small fueling breaks can look like for those who want to do this on their own. So this is the fueling schedule for phase one using the My Healthy Eating System. Notice there are 6 feeding times, breakfast and dinner being between 3 to 400 calories. And that lunch fueling is also 1 to 200 calories. So what Dr. A says about this is, though it's best to treat lunch like any other 100-calorie fueling break, we understand that maybe due to a business lunch or the demands of a high energy job, it may be necessary to do a little bit more calories. So notice that the lunch fueling break it says 100 to 200 calories. So if you opt to make lunch a 200-calorie meal rather than a fueling break, you can either choose 2 fueling break options or just simply remove the grain or the starch from that dinner meal, from your 9-inch plate meal selection. So what Dr. A has found that this plan works really well for people with a wide variety of lifestyles and metabolisms. It's very flexible, and it's going to put you well on your way to learning 2 important habits of health. 1, portion control, and 2, the proper proportion of the 4 major food groups. Both are essential habits that will help you reach and maintain an optimal, sustainable weight. This system, which we call Dr. A's low glycemic portion control system, has 3 important benefits. Number 1, it's automatic. So any system that teaches new habits has to be simple and easy or it's not sustainable. Okay, so number 2, it supports weight loss, which is the critical first step to creating optimal health. What many people don't realize is that the USDA My Plate system is designed to maintain a healthy weight, not help you lose weight at the beginning. So the meal plan that we just examined, that will help you attain that optimal weight and actually remain that way. And number 3, it teaches you to eat healthy for life. So the strategies, skills, principles you will learn will become a part of your permanent eating strategy, just the way you do life. And this strategy has a handful of very important basic guidelines. So you will eat breakfast within an hour of waking up. 30 minutes is ideal. You're going to eat every 3 hours, max, never going over. You'll have a healthy dinner. You'll eat only lower glycemic carbs during phase one, and we're going to explore this more in the next section. You'll gradually begin increasing activity. You'll learn the key habits to maintain a healthy weight, and we're going to learn these later, but they are getting support, monitoring, and reinforcement. And you'll journal your story in your life book or some other medium. This new fueling pattern helps solve the portion control issue, which is directly related to calorie consumption. However, it also manages your insulin pump through timing and quality of your food. So remember the chart on page 180, Modern Life's Disease Path. That's the name of the chart. It showed you that dramatic spikes in blood sugar and the insulin response that resulted from the chaotic way most people eat. So for most Americans, there's no pattern to their meals. Eating isn't an intentional pursuit toward health, but rather it's a reaction to stress. Cravings resulting from low blood sugar and a result of boredom and a ton of other stimuli. So it brings only short-lived relief, but it leads to eating too many high-caloric, nutritionally empty foods that make us sick. So what most of us don't realize is that it's not just the type of food we eat and the excess calories that cause weight gain. It's also the erratic nature of the fueling pattern itself. So, learning to fuel your body efficiently through small meals every 3 hours is one of the most basic and yet most critical habits of health. Timing matters, you guys. And this is what correct timing will do in your body. It turns on fat burning. It increases your metabolism. It protects muscle mass. It naturally suppresses your appetite. It improves energy levels and lowers your cholesterol. And this is all even before we start changing quantity and quality. So here's what your new healthy schedule might look like and your body's response to that feeding schedule. Eating a low glycemic breakfast, eating every 3 hours. Notice that the blood sugar does not shoot up. Therefore, the insulin does not shoot up. And remember, high levels of insulin will trigger your body to go into fat storage mode, right? So you have balanced sugar, you have low insulin, your sugar levels aren't dropping below that baseline glucose, making you be hypoglycemic, hungry, and have cravings. It's not shooting straight up, making you feel ill. So your new healthy daily eating schedule starts with a solid breakfast and continues fueling you every 3 hours while you're awake with these low glycemic choices, including a healthy dinner. So this plan helps keep your blood sugar and insulin levels steady. So, and just a side note to why Dr. A's system works. Throughout the years, there have been hundreds of clinical studies on what strategies are successful in producing weight loss. For example, studies have shown that adding fiber at every meal produces weight loss. Other studies have shown that participants who drank at least 64 ounces of water a day lost more weight than those who didn't. And again, studies have shown that combining a lean protein or a healthy fat with a carbohydrate helps bring about weight loss. And of course, you may remember that University of Toronto study I cited that proved that out of two groups who ate identical calories, the group who ate those calories spread throughout the day at 3-hour intervals lost more weight than the group who ate them 3 times a day in 3 big hits. What makes Dr. Anderson's system so powerful is that they employ all of these strategies to bring about weight loss and optimal health. So in addition to turning off your insulin pump and putting you in a fat burn state, you are also in a calorie deficit. Not only are you in a calorie deficit, you are timing your meals perfectly for maximum insulin pump control. So the types of food you eat control your insulin pump. There are even more strategies employed I'll mention later on. So if this seems overwhelming to you, don't worry. In the next few parts, we will explain in detail exactly how to choose and prepare these foods to support optimal health. We'll discuss how to shop for and plan great tasting meals on your own, or you can follow Dr. A's pre-planned menus on thehabitsofhealth.com. Well, that wraps up section 2.4. Next week, we begin section 2.5, Choosing Wisely, Dr. A's color-coded shopping system. And if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends who need greater health in their lives. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you next time.